Hi. Oh, I'm so stupid. Um, I'm sorry. This recording cut out and I didn't even know it. Uh, but I didn't get too far, so don't panic. Um, I really have to get technical, I don't know, some kind of technical training. It really it bugs me stupid that a I'm not kidding. Hold on. I'm sorry. This thing is in my face. Okay. That a 10 or a 12-year-old can do this, but I can't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was born in the wrong lifetime. Maybe I'm supposed to be some old pilgrim churning butter or something. It's just ridiculous. And every time I think I know something, I don't know it. I wonder if you guys ever feel that way. I mean, really, am I even lucky enough that I can shoot an email or dial a phone? Oh, it's just not my thing. And, oh, George says hello. Um, yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I mean, he could be barking at anything. He could be barking because the wind blew or because a butterfly farted a mile away. Um, you know, he has selective hearing like that, and he will bark at anything at any given moment. Poor old guy. He's had a rough week, that one. Chased around and bullied by a squirrel, and then Fiona takes no prisoners. Fiona actually tried to go up the tree, and she was going to take the whole squirrel out. She was not having it, but to see her protect her big baby brother is kind of hilarious. Those two really are such a couple of clowns. Anyway, so yeah, we are actually having a cold day. I couldn't believe it. Yesterday I had my air conditioner on and I was sneezing and hacking up what looked like a lung. Um, and then today I'm bundled up in the fuzzy sweater with a big fat dog sitting at my feet. And I actually had to put the heater on. So it's just a typical Texas weather day. You know, they say if you didn't like the weather here, wait 5 minutes. And they are so, it's true. It changes its mind. I don't know. Very fickle. Anyway, okay, so if you didn't see the other video that I got cut off with, I am doing an angel, feeling very angelic. I love her. Isn't she so pretty? I mean, she's got the good hair, and, you know, my Mrs. Claus costume, my husband and I do this Santa and Mrs. Claus, is really kind of a Renaissance outfit that I kind of zhuzhed up to make it look like Mrs. Claus. But I have such an infinity obsession with Renaissance clothing, and she is just dripping in it. I did one of these a long time ago. Matter of fact, I don't have the original print because I gave them away. Because I always make a pile of prints and I take them over to our senior center, or I, give them to anybody really. Um, and so instead of doing that, what I did was I made a contact sheet. Um, and the angel I did got a lot of yay yays from you guys, which is a big deal because so many of you are so talented. And this is her, this girl right here. Um, And I think we're going to kind of go in that direction. But what a lot of people ask me is, oh, how'd you do the dress, or how'd you do the hair? And so I'm just going to color along, and I really don't even know how I get half of this done. I really don't. I I really am so bad about the ADD thing, and yet the images that attract me the most are the ones with all the detail. The more detail, the better, Like, I really love it. But I've learned if you just take a little at a time, a little corner at a time, it comes together so quickly, and before you know it, um, you're you're done with your image, and you're like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? So, basically, I'm using kind of like a flesh tone. These are Marco Ruffino pencils. They're Marco Raffina. They're not fancy. They're not expensive. But you know what? I got them once when I first started coloring because they were under 20 bucks. And hey, you know what? I'll try anything under 20 bucks, right? I mean, really. Have you ever seen us girls when we're at a shoe store? It's under $20. It's 2 sizes too small. Who cares? It's under $20. I'm going to have to get it. Anyway, I got them, and I found that, the colors, they had colors that made me like so happy, and they became my go-to colors. And like we have Prismacolors, or the ochre and the Celtic green. You guys, my light green ones are really down to a nub because I use them as highlights for everything. And but anyway, so these pencils and I go back about a year and a half to when I first began coloring. And I remember I started with these big, fat, smelly Sharpie markers. And I was so proud of myself that I actually finished a page. It was like one of those mantras, And I went, look, you guys, I actually finished something. I actually got this done. Well, a friend of mine from Connecticut, from Newtown. Actually, I think she was a little north of Newtown. But anyway, her and I used to sing in the choir together. We were a couple of choir rats. She's still a choir rat, but she's like a big time. Like, she sings with her choral group that I was a part of for a short time too. The Connecticut Choral Society. Yes. And I'm telling you, they go to Carnegie Hall. I mean, we're not playing around. They're way too, so much more serious than me. But anyway, her and I went to the same church, and we and I found out she's like a big time, like, real colorist. Like, she's a real artist. I was like, oh my gosh, teach me, Yoda, help me. And she said, well, just start with some simple pencils. And anyway, so that was a couple of hundred pencils ago. I don't even know. I'm not counting my pencils or my brands. I actually don't keep, a lot of people keep their Primzacolor in their box with Primzacolor, and their Marcos and their Pablos with Pablo. I don't do that. I get a case because I never know where I'm going to color. Sometimes I'm in my room. Sometimes I go sit by the pool. Sometimes I'm at the dog park. I mean, I never know where I'm going to color. So I try to keep them all in one of those, big zippy containers. And I keep them all by color. Because it's not the brand so much